All right, episode 89, done and done.
Yes.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Sangjin at Anbu Tattoo Studio in Ossington Station. It's like 2-minute walk from there. If you're looking for some dope fine line or black tattoo, hit this guy up.
Cool.
Yeah, it's at sangjin.ttt on Instagram. Very responsive. There are very few people that can hit that very zen-like state when they're doing something, and you could definitely feel it with this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Very knowledgeable. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was an ad that was not placed in our top banner,
No.
but that was worthwhile. Anyways, so we talk about some cool stuff. Vish, what's your favorite part from this episode?
The number 13?
Number 13. What?
The Article 13.
Oh, Article 13. I was like, number 13. I remember that. Yeah, that was a good one.
I definitely cried during that.
Yeah, I like talking about Cowboy Bebop.
This feels like some like Cowboy
This-
Bebop like.
Oh, perfect time. Did you hear him just say
Like,
Cowboy
yes,
Bebop on the
yeah,
track?
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I chose
Bounty
the
hunter
song.
shit.
So get ready for some societal
You know
dissection.
that episode when he like
Cool.
fucking
Here we go.
he fought that like floating dude with all the guns and shit and he almost died. It was like in this like weird like world and shit. Yeah, it feels like that.
3, 2, 1, boom. And we are back with another episode of Socratic Gamers. This is your weekly roundup. We talk about 4 things from the week that we thought were cool, and we dissect them as Vish plays video games. You may notice that we're playing a new video game,
No, it's old.
old video game, but not. It's new in terms of it's not Apex Legends
Yeah.
that we've been playing. We've switched video games. Basically, the rendering is crazy, so we need something with simpler graphics. Well, what's up with this game, Vish? What's it called?
Rhyme, I think?
What's the
Rhyme?
general?
I don't know.
What's the
Just puzzles.
general objective?
Just
Oh, just puzzles. All right, cool. So, if you're wondering, hey, where's the Apex Legends? Did they stop playing it? No, we don't. We didn't stop playing it. Vish is still
I mean,
obsessively
I'm more
playing.
playing it, yeah. I got the battle pass for that game, so.
Yeah, and if you checked out our stories, they recently had a sleepover, playing some Apex Legends with my sister. It's funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, so first on the docket, Vish.
Okay, it's related to gaming. And Google.
Okay. All right. What's up?
Google announced something that they're doing. I think last week was the Game Developers Conference.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
And it's called Google Stadia.
Okay.
In my opinion, I don't really like the name.
Like Stadia, like Stadium?
I don't know. Well, I guess so. I don't know what the meaning is. Basically, it's a new streaming video gaming platform.
Oh, it's like Steam.
No.
Oh, it's not like Steam. Okay.
The Steam, you download the game and you play.
Oh, so it's like Netflix for gaming. Haven't we talked about that for a while? Remember, because it was like, oh, we need renting?
Yeah. So it's like that. It's Netflix for
So
gaming.
so do you get all games or just like certain games that Google has licenses to? That's pretty sick. I'm actually excited for
Well,
this
I
one.
mean, I think with Google and their money, they will get the licenses that they need.
True. That makes sense.
Right. So basically, yeah, they create a single platform where you can play it on any device that you have. Only one thing you need, the one peripheral that you need is their Google controller,
Okay.
remote like a PlayStation type controller.
Okay. So you can play Xbox games on this thing. You can play PlayStation games on this thing. Is it computer? Like what's the console? Or is
Most
there-
likely like PC generally. I don't think PlayStation would give them.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, what do you mean you can play any? Okay, I get what you're saying. So basically, it's a computer streaming service, but you need their controller to play the game.
Yeah, so the controller is connected to your Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's cool.
So that way you can hop on the iPad, go to their website or whatever, and run the game.
Wow.
Or hop on the computer, go to the website, and
Okay,
run the
that's
game.
pretty sick. That's
hop on
pretty
an
sick.
iPhone or whatever phone.
So you just need a screen,
you
basically.
just need a screen.
That's sick. Okay, true.
But then
How does save games work?
it's all the same thing. It's all one. You're playing off their servers. Yeah.
Okay, so it really takes no memory. So you're literally just
No.
streaming.
You're just streaming.
Wow, when does it come out? I would purchase this. This sounds like an investment.
Well, it takes time, but I don't know when it's going to come out. But maybe later this year. Who knows?
Okay,
But
that's cool.
the thing is,
But what games are they going to start with? You know
well,
what
the one
I'm
they were, I don't know, but what they were showing off was Assassin's Creed
Nice. Okay.
on the thing, and but one thing is you need is high speed internet,
Yeah, of course. Whatever.
right? That's the general understanding. I think everyone should,
But how high is high speed? You know what I'm saying?
get the highest that you can.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like, it's not like.
No, they put a like a certain limit. I forgot what the speed was.
But it's not like you need the highest of the highest. It'll
No,
just,
you
like,
don't need the
it'll give
highest
you,
of the
like,
highest, but-
360.
But generally, if you're, a lot of people, we share the Wi-Fi, right?
Mhm.
So it's always good to have more than what they say.
Yeah,
minimum-wise,
yeah.
right?
But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's sick
it's
though.
fine. It's fine.
Especially if you're like tethered, you're fine.
The thing is, it'll work for mainly the city areas that we're in, generally. Not,
Oh, not the suburbs.
I don't like. No, suburbs. I would say yeah, but like rural areas will not. They have
Right.
problems with internet access there. Actually, it's not that easily. For those speeds, not easily gainable. Anyway, so it's all cloud based. Yeah, that's the word they were using. Cloud based gaming. No need for these bulky consoles.
Mm.
I knew this was gonna come. This was where, even what Xbox was trying to think of doing. When they first announced the Xbox One,
Mhm.
to have no, like all cloud based basically.
Mhm.
But there was a huge complaint at that time because I think it was just too early. They kind of brought that idea a bit too early, and caused people like it affected Xbox a lot
Oh, okay.
from people wanting to buy it or not. Yeah,
That's cool.
So 24/7. That's what they're saying. So 24/7 access, warehouse, and watching or playing video games across all these sort of systems, laptops, TVs, even on TVs.
That's pretty sick.
So that's what I'm saying. It does-
Chromecast.
Yeah. You'd probably use their Chromecast too. Yeah. And then, yeah, you're just buying the controller. Don't know how much the price of the controller is, but
It's like $2,000. Well, no, I don't.
I don't
so.
think so. I don't think so
But
because
then
they will
monthly
have
memberships and stuff.
Yeah. They know they can't do that $2,000. There's
Yeah,
no way that'll
that'd
work.
be too nuts.
Yeah.
Still sick though. Damn, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I think it's, and then it's like I think on the controllers like you can share right away or stream it, and then all like it's all ready for those kind of things that they want to do. But it would be now a new platform that's getting into video games,
That's sick.
right?
I like that a lot.
Like when Microsoft came out,
Mm-hmm.
now we've got Google coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting time.
For video games, yeah, for sure. No, that's really cool. I think. Well, one thing we were saying yesterday is if you pair the, have you seen the HoloLens? Did I show you that
I think so.
HoloLens video? So it's basically like a VR headset, and I think that like if you put it on and then you can see your friends on the couch too, and
Oh,
then
right.
it brings back couch co-op.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see a lot of potential for this.
Mm-hmm.
I think video games are the future. Like when we were kids and then it first came out, who would have thought that it would have gotten this far?
I mean, I see you playing that Final Fantasy and seeing even the graphics, how far.
Yeah, but it's still good for me. Like I'm
Right.
playing, I'm like, yeah, it looks like the game that you're playing right now to me. Like more polygonish than like
yeah.
heavy detail. Obviously, like this is like they're going for that old school art style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But obviously it's more polished,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still polygon related to the point that like in my head it's like, oh, it's kind of similar.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought that we would have gotten this far? I think that's pretty impressive for video games. Like we saw the potential for it, and it's like really being pushed further
Mm-hmm.
because of like it's like we haven't even tapped into its true potential yet.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because all virtual reality, all video games are just like virtual augmentations,
Mm-hmm.
and they just like feed you different like sensory inputs.
Yeah.
You know, so if you really look at video games of what they do, they just stimulate your like your imagination, your hormones, and give you like a like an experience, right? So it's like, but that you're just hijacking my consciousness, my active awareness right now, you know? So it's like, there's so much potential with that. We could have complete worlds, like in Ready Player One. Remember, like, they lived in a crappy place, and then they put on their headset, and then we were saying that too. Remember you and I before, like, Ready Player One came out, and how it's like you can live like a crappy life and then just have video games, and like you're amazing. It's like GTA 5. That's why I love GTA 5. I had like a crazy apartment, you know what I mean? And then I realized when we got this apartment, I was like, oh my god, I'm living GTA 5 now.
Right.
You know. Anyways,
yeah. I mean, you know, I think it's good to see. Like my only, I mean, there's so many things that they still need to address, I guess. Or, for instance, like playing Apex Legends is all online, and you need to have a good, like, where there's no lag, like those are some of the things that they would need to figure out and make sure that before people get into it, that it meets all those requirements, kind of thing. But overall, I think that's cool idea.
Yeah, I really like it too. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna switch my.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna switch my topics around, and I'll save my one that I was gonna talk about now for the end.
Okay.
So, you're done with yours?
Yeah.
All right. So I've been reading a lot of books lately about like, well, not lately, but over time, about like human nature in terms of like how we choose to procreate.
Okay.
And now we have like, so if you look at the game, which is all about like getting with other people, and then you look at the truth, it's all about different types of like relationships. Like polyamory is a big one right now. Have you heard of that?
Yep, I heard of that.
And then there's the truth. No, sorry, I just said that. There's the state of affairs, which is like why people cheat.
Okay.
And it's like, if you look at humans as an animal, okay, we've been doing animal tendencies for so long. We just need an appropriate way to explain it. So like things like homosexuality and like having multiple partners, that's not weird to me.
No.
Like, because it's like, it obviously is weird when you're a kid, because you're like, okay, societally that's not supposed to make sense.
Yeah, at the time.
Because that's what we knew, right? But then if you actually delve into like history, that's very common.
Yeah.
You know, even things like pedophilia, which is like,
I'll remember that you like common.
that's kind of weird. What was that? Or the Apple Home? No, that's Google. HomePod, yeah, is picking up. That's kind of freaky. That's probably how advertising starts. Yeah, they can hear us all the time. Just saying. Anyways,
that's how Google does it.
That's how Google does it. Yeah. But so back to it. Even like pedophilia, which is like super negative, and they're like, oh, in Hollywood there's so much pedophilia going on. I'm like, yeah, but how long has the entertainment industry been around with like people in power and stuff? They've been doing this for a long time. I'm not trying to like make an excuse for it. You know, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you look at humans as like a species, it's almost like, but this is how they've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Like people with lots of money, like emperors had like slaves, like sex slaves, which were female and male.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Greeks had them, the Romans had them. It's very common. In like even Hindu religions, like there's like homosexuality, pedophilia, all that stuff. So it's like we're trying to lump ourselves into a box. So this is how I see society. We try and lump ourselves into a box of, we think that's not right. So we're like, okay, let's not do that anymore. Yeah. But then now we're having these urges where people are like, oh, I think we should, you know, I think it's okay to have multiple partners. But it's like, yeah, of course it's okay to have multiple partners. I'm not saying me. I'm saying like humans. Yeah. Like they're just living their tendencies. Like, oh, this is my authentic self. Like I should have multiple partners, be polyamorous, right? And it's like, you should if that's for you, because that's normal in human nature. Yeah. I think consensually it's fine. Like if you both consent to it, it's like, but then where do you draw the line? Because like, all right, what about children? You know, they can't consent. But it's like, don't look at it like you're doing something wrong. Look at what propagated the behavior in the beginning.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
like, but historically we've been doing it for so long, so it's like, why look negatively upon this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
It's more like we just don't do that anymore. You know, like
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like take away the reprimand and just be like, I understand that's how we've done it in the past, but like with technology, do you still like brush your teeth with
Mm-hmm.
a twig? You know what I mean? We use a toothbrush now. So it's like just things have changed is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But we try and like justify our tendencies. So now there's all these movements,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I think even like different, like this is a pretty sensitive subject, but like when people are like race and gender dissociated,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like they're like, I'm not this.
Mm.
I'm not actually a man. I'm actually a woman. Or like, I'm not actually a human. I'm actually a fox.
Right.
You know, I love that Foxkin one. But it's like, no, we've been thinking about those things for so long. Like people have always been like, I am the descendant of God. I'm a deity.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference between that and that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is at the heart of the matter is like you're feeling unfulfilled and you're trying to fill that void.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
I feel like I am this, not that. Okay, you're trying to fill that feeling with something else
Mhm.
rather than just being who you are. You know what I mean? We're constantly trying to define things.
Yeah.
Because if we can define things, we can make it okay in other people's minds.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And I just like, yeah, I don't know. Because okay, so it's like this. It's like this. Oh, I'm polyamorous. Oh, okay, so you have multiple partners. You have no attachment to one person enough that you would be monogamous.
Right.
Right? And they're like, no, I just don't want to be held down. I'm like, okay, you just disregarded everything I said, which makes like logical sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like you're trying to justify it now because you feel like you shouldn't be reprimanded for your choices.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Right.
at the end of the day, it's just definitions. It's like, just do you, bro. As long as they're consensual.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's always limits because where do you draw the line? Can I be like, I identify as a Super Saiyan. I'm a Saiyan race. As a kid, I always believed, I was like, man, I'm like a Saiyan, bro. That's what Filipinos believed, right? They like love Dragon Ball Z so much. Me and Wob like always talked about being Saiyans. But will you call me a Saiyan on my race card? No. You see what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
where do you draw the line?
Right.
How come that's okay, but I can't be a Saiyan?
Mm-hmm.
I want to put Saiyan on my citizenship card.
Right. Yeah.
Get what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you mean.
So it's like, it's almost unfair. It's like the loud minority,
Mm-hmm.
the vocal minority, as you call them. They're the ones changing culture.
Yeah.
But it's like the ones that know that that's kind of like, why are you focusing your attention on that, bro?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we don't get what we want. If I lobbied hard enough, I could probably get us a Saiyan race card. Really though, think about it, right?
Yeah.
If I was just really loud about it and like I got all these people like, well, if they get that, how come we don't get this? All right, let's stand up for our Saiyan rights. They're trying to hold us down as Saiyans.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But like, that's obviously ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I don't spend my energy trying to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Makes sense.
Right? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying, what do you want to spend your time doing?
Yeah.
You want to be upset all the time about being undefined correctly?
Okay.
Be my guest. But there's a reason why we got this podcast going, and you who are complaining don't.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So you have 24 hours in a day, bro. Really, you're gonna spend most of that day arguing the fact that you feel like X.
Mm. Yeah.
If it really matters to you, that's cool. But I wouldn't want to live my life in a state of feeling underserved. Just go out and get what you want. Well, I guess that you could technically say they're doing that. They're going out and getting what they want.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a privileged state when we say that.
That's true, because it's like, all right, so having that kind of surgery, to even do that costs a lot of money. Do you think the fisherman who has no money for his kids really cares about that? He cares about making money for his kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you're lucky that you can think about things in that term.
Right, yeah.
Is that a right-wing philosophy? Conservative?
Maybe. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? But then there you go, back to defining things. Human nature is
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah.
We just like to put things in different boxes.
Mm.
But then when you realize that the box is created by you, create your own box, bro. Like what? Like, do you really want to? I heard this once. It's like, not. I think it's J. Cole. Not only do we have to look at what we're saying, our ideas, we have to challenge those ideas. Because if you really believe those ideas, look at both sides and be like, do I really believe it?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the people like, we should kick out all the Mexicans. Do you really believe that? Or is that like a thing you heard and you're like, you're picking sides on a team? And it's just easier for you to think in team sports than critically think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Are you just on the bandwagon or?
Exactly. And then like something else changed and then you'll be back on that bandwagon. But like at the same time, it's like, just think twice.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Anyways, that was my rant.
All right.
I didn't want to end the podcast with a negative rant. That's why I switched it around. I was like, actually, this would be kind of negative to like end it.
I
off
see.
with. So, all right, yeah, go.
Oh, well, mine is. Next one is a little bit more political, I guess.
Oh, excellent. So yours fed into mine. All right, what's up?
Well, yeah, it's due to European politics, I guess.
Oh.
EU politics.
You know what's funny? So like, I was at the tattoo shop yesterday, and the person that was getting the butt tattoo that I was saying before, she's from London, and she was saying how messed up it is there. She was like, she's been in Toronto for less than a year, but she just came from London, and then they're like, oh, how is it over there? And then they're like, oh, like the government's getting crazy.
Well, because of the whole Brexit thing, right?
I don't follow it.
Yeah, because of the Brexit thing. They
Oh,
want to,
okay.
like, this is not my topic, but they want to revote. They want to do a revote
Oh, no.
on the Brexit.
Okay, true. All right, so anyways.
Anyways, so this is about the EU politics and copyright laws
Okay.
that could potentially affect not just the EU, everyone.
In the world?
Yes.
Okay.
So how does that? Okay, so it's just like
How are you going to affect the world?
okay. Yeah. I'll tell you. I didn't know this. I heard it yesterday, so I wanted to look more into it. So it's called Article 13, and basically it's a copyright laws where, like how we use on YouTube,
Yeah, okay.
or you live stream on Twitch,
Uh-huh.
and all that stuff could be potentially, you'd have to pay a licensing fee
Oh, okay, interesting.
for any song that's been played, or
Okay.
any kind of thing that's with any like publishing thing, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
And so basically, Google and other internet activists they're against this because how are you going to potentially filter this sort of stuff,
Right.
right? Because what happens is it's now. So for instance, me using YouTube, and I put the song on, it's Google is now liable for paying them the rights.
Oh, interesting. So they're cracking down on businesses to do the work for them.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
That
True.
yeah, it's like before it would be they're just okay, you can't put this on and yeah, you know.
But if you force the other businesses to do the work for you, then they're going to be extra cheesed and
Yeah.
want to get it done
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah, so this could basically affect, they're saying here, free exchange of opinions and cultural opinion.
Interesting. Yeah, it
Culture
definitely
online, I
would.
mean, yeah. So there was a thing people are against, trying to get the European Union to go against this and not vote this in. So it's like me. So I think the example someone brought up was like like if I was IRLing, streaming, and I'm at like some restaurant or something, and some song plays. Right there, I gotta pay for that.
Wow, interesting.
So
I don't know if that'll go through. That's such a headache to deal with.
yeah, I know. No, I know, but without any light on it, it would have just gone through probably.
Yeah.
Because there's light on it now, and people are saying we don't want that, or so potentially could change it, or they could change certain laws
Interesting.
in that. Yeah.
Interesting.
So the reason the way it could affect the world is because anyone who deals with the EU will have to also abide by these rules.
It's like YouTube.
No, to any country. If you want to make a
No, that's what
trade
I'm saying.
deal,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, yeah, that's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
So I'm saying like,
YouTube's in that country.
no.
What do you mean?
Like, what I mean is like dealing with the EU, for instance, not necessarily a platform, like the country.
Oh, okay.
if you're doing trade deals with EU, you gotta also abide by this.
Oh.
So that's where
okay.
it potentially affects the world,
Okay, I understand.
which is a very, yeah.
Okay, so because EU is a major player,
Yeah.
so basically because EU is a major player, they can call the shots like this. So
Mhm.
it's like our laws will reach all of our partners.
Well, that's
and the
what this
partners
thing
can't
is.
say
It's
anything.
not passed anything yet, but this is in their thing of Article 13. What's written in there, and so yeah, so the users upload or publish unlicensed content such as whatever, even photos, videos, or like source code or music or
Mhm.
anything.
That's fascinating.
So they will require a fee or license fee to be paid to
Mhm.
use that,
Mhm.
and pre-filtered or automatically censored if right away.
Mm.
So they got to Google would have to or YouTube would have to create another algorithm that
yeah,
does
yeah,
that,
I
and
get what
then
you're saying. That's an interesting take on it because I never thought about that. It's like
oh, it's not
a
just like
major
YouTube.
player.
Like think about it. Like
no,
you.
no, but I mean
yeah.
EU calling the shots.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
if you're a major player, you can call the shots.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. And then it's not like so we're just thinking YouTube or Twitch, but I'm here saying here like Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the things that you post with videos
No,
or
of
with
course, yeah,
music,
no, no, I get
all
what you're
that,
saying.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
all that.
Yeah, yeah.
So potentially, that's what I'm saying. It affects the whole.
But what they could do is
internet.
just have stricter privacy laws in that country. So it's like when I post something that has like a song, it doesn't play in all countries. It says that sometimes,
Yeah, I know.
right? And it's like that's all you have to do. But what's more fascinating to me is the fact that this could affect their partners, and I didn't even think like, oh, of course you get to call the shots. Like if when America's like, oh, we're gonna, affect our trade deals, the whole world's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But I didn't think about that. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
exactly.
yeah, you have the power.
Yeah. So like this is
Honestly, the
potentially
world-
could change what we view internet as if this goes forward.
But not in our country, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Our country.
But why? It's not streaming in their country.
No. If you have any sort of like trade deals with EU,
Uh-huh.
you have to abide by these rules. So you'd have to also do that too.
Oh, they're trying to make it universal.
Universal.
Oh, it's sort of like how U.S. dollars is the primary trade currency.
Yeah.
They set the standard. So EU's trying to set the standard
Yeah.
for. I don't know. That'll pass. Good luck.
Well, I mean that's why a lot of people are against it. Google's against it, and a lot of these.
All right. You know what I find? So like you know
People are
how
against
like with the Doug Ford.
Yeah.
Doug Ford.
Doug Ford. Yeah.
Doug Ford. So how he's like doing that like education ban thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So like
I don't know if it's education ban. What do you mean?
like not education ban. It's like we're not gonna pay for you anymore.
Huh?
The paying for schools.
Oh.
The lower income.
Oh, yeah.
Like yeah, sorry, education ban was the incorrect word. No. It's like how they're just like not paying for your school.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking about this, and it's like, even though people are upset, somebody's gonna fix that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, if people are upset enough, like, it's not really my worry.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying?
I know,
It's like,
I know.
it's like it doesn't really affect me because I'm not in school. But if I was in school, I'd probably be lobbying against this.
Yeah.
So it'll all work out in the end. That's how I feel about like all this stuff. It's like oh, the EU this. It's like, yeah, I'm sure somebody will figure that out. Somebody will like fix that. But I guess
Well, it's
that kind of
it's
mentality
happening.
is like why Trump is in presidency. But I don't think so, because I think Trump got voted in for a reason. Like people, like when people are like, oh, how could they vote? I'm like, well, look at the society you've built.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, how could we have Trump for president? It's like, yeah, he's who you chose, man. Like,
Mhm.
this is your choice. Just don't vote that way next time. It just says something
Yeah.
more about your society
Yeah.
versus like, how could we let this happen?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's the loud liberal side.
Maybe.
You know, is it liberal, Democrat? I don't know. I don't follow politics that much. You know how I see politics? Politics is like a weird game that humans have created.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I prefer not to deal in that game. but it
Right.
affects your life. Does it really? I guess it does, but
It can.
all right. That's like saying everyone should be a holistic nutritionist
Right.
because it affects your life, bro. It like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is again another silly thing about our species, but it's like people are like, oh, you should pay more attention to politics because it affects your life. You should pay more attention to nutrition. Then you should pay more attention to exercise.
Mhm.
Like those things really matter. You should pay more attention to what you like to do in school.
Yeah.
You know, like we've given ourselves team sports to focus on, so we don't
Mhm.
have to focus on the things that really matter, which is what are you doing with your life, and do you want to do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
People
yeah,
just
yeah.
like fall into a lull.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a side tangent from what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it. It's just like it's an interesting thing that could potentially affect everywhere. But I think there's already a lot of people fighting against it. So
Mhm.
that I mean, there's even certain EU countries that are already fighting against it, or
Right.
wanting to pass that already. So looks like we might be on the good side. I mean, on the right side. Like
Mhm.
like it might be changing. So it's not all
Hmm.
lost yet. I guess not all hope is lost.
Right. Fascinating.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't
That,
even-
no, I
yeah.
found that more fascinating in terms of like how we operate as a species.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of how we operate as species, dun 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 dun. Final topic, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh. Okay.
So
I didn't know your topic. So
yeah. So I'm almost done.
okay.
I didn't like it. So people were always talking about Cowboy Bebop, like especially the martial arts academy that I went to in the beginning. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, you should watch Cowboy Bebop." This one guy was like really into it, and I was like, "Eh." I watched it. I was more into like samurai, so Samurai Champloo was more because it was the same
Mm.
creator, Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo.
Okay.
But I was like, I don't get Cowboy Bebop. I don't like it, right? And then I watched this like video explaining Cowboy Bebop and how it's all about. The whole primary purpose of the show is to show you like how futile life is.
Yeah.
But okay, so what I find fascinating is you really like space shows.
Yes.
So I just recently really got into Cowboy Bebop. Like I see the genius now. It's a
Mhm.
social commentary.
Okay.
If you use, so like they're on the spaceship and they have to do odd jobs to get money to keep their
Uh-huh.
spaceship going.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like how we have this apartment. We all go live our daily lives to get money to
Yeah.
sustain our lives in this apartment.
Okay.
Same thing they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
but we call it space shows. You know.
Yeah.
And like if you're in a space show you can have like more futuristic things and talk about society in a specific way.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
they often make a lot of references to like things that we think are weird or interesting in society but without saying it.
Yes.
But what you said is like that's how space shows are.
Yeah.
Like you liked Battlestar Galactica,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
And I got kind of into it, but you like loved that show, but you know,
Yeah.
like could you explain your like ration like when you were like, "Oh, they're
Why I liked it? Or
yeah.
Well, yeah, because it was filled with all the things of politics, social commentary, religion, everything that we deal with in a show.
Yeah, but then if
Generally.
you get to call it like a space show, then people don't take it as seriously.
Right.
It's sort of like comedians who are like,
Well,
like-
when you say it's a space show, people already don't take it seriously. though.
exactly, and that's the genius of this Cowboy Bebop show.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like being a comedian because comedians they can say whatever they want because at the end of the day, like, what am I talking about? I'm a comedian. I'm
Mhm,
dumb.
mhm.
You know, I don't really study this stuff. You know,
Yeah.
you get yourself a social out. But if you're like a actual scientist or something like noteworthy,
Mhm.
then if you say something crazy, then you can't be like, well, I'm dumb because like, wait, no, you're an educator. You can't be dumb.
Right.
You know, they can push like comedians and space shows can push the boundaries of how we think.
Yeah.
Again, had no idea about this before. This is the genius of this show and thematically other shows like it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like what they really go over in the show that I really like is how they tackle a lot of things. So one of the things is the main characters all think they're being held down by something in their past, and like the whole show is about like overcoming their past to keep moving forward. And the main like,
Mhm.
tagline is you're gonna carry that weight.
Okay.
And what it means is like you're gonna carry your decision into the future.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever choice you make, there's gonna be weight associated with it, and you have to carry that weight.
Yeah.
You know, I really
Right.
like that. And like the other character, the main character, he believes he's already dead because he like got his eye blown out in a shootout. So he's like, I'm seeing the past and the future at the same time.
Yeah.
And what he means by that is like one eye is dead, so he's seeing the past
Yeah.
because he lost that
Oh,
eye,
I
and then he's
see.
seeing the future, which is now through his clear eye.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why, like, when you see the show, you're like, oh, he's in these like precarious situations, but he's very devil may care. He's like, oh, whatever, we're all gonna die eventually. He always keeps saying that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it's like that's like actual sage advice.
Mm-hmm.
Like a sage is a holy
Right, right,
person,
right.
right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
actual sage advice
Oh,
from
yeah,
this
right,
character
right.
because it's like all the ancient texts talk about that all the time. Like, live as if you're already dead, and then you'll know what true living really means because you'll have no fears holding you back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
Right.
and then like more contemporarily, like there's like quotes like, "If you only live once, but if you live right, once is enough."
Mm-hmm.
You know. It's like
Yeah.
we know this as a species, but it's like it's hard to say these things. But like, this is what I like programming, like subconscious programming. If you look at, we've talked about something similar in the past, but if you look at like Asian cultures, which where anime came from, they try and program their civilization
Yeah.
appropriately using characters that harbor good values.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whereas like Western societies, like what do we watch as children? Like Blue's Clues? What is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whereas like the Asians spend more time like with anime and like Dragon Ball Z, like overcoming
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
difficulty and stuff like that. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True.
Just find it fascinating. So if you're listening to this, watch Cowboy Bebop. It's a really good show. You have to look at it not as the show. You have to look at it, what is this show trying to tell me?
Right.
Or not, because some people don't like that. Watch Blue's Clues then. If you don't want to think.
True. Yeah. It's up to you.
Yeah. Guess I think that was all I had about that.
Cowboy Bebop. I'll watch it, but I need good quality.
Good quality, yeah. It was on Netflix, but now I'm streaming on YouTube.
Oh.
But EU will probably stop that in the future.
Oh. No. It's their own content. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
They have licensing fees. They already pay for the license.
Well, Cowboy Bebop?
No. Wait. I'm talking about Netflix.
I'm talking about Cowboy Bebop.
Oh.
No, because it's like
Oh,
pirated.
right,
The
right,
stuff
okay.
I'm watching is like YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
The episodes are on YouTube,
Oh, yeah.
so you just watch it
I
there.
don't know. You mentioned Netflix, so I was stuck on that.
Oh, yeah. No, piracy's gonna stop. Anyways, final thoughts, Fish.
No, I mean, that's it. I don't know.
It's a good way to end it.
Go fight that Article 13. I don't know.
Was there? Oh, the EU thing. Oh, I'm gonna say watch Cowboy Bebop. YouTube.com/
Well, yeah, watch it.
Actually, I don't remember the
before
guy's.
it's all gone.
Yeah, before it's all gone. I'm baiting out this guy's scene right now. But yeah, if you just type in Cowboy Bebop episodes, you can watch it.
Yeah.
There's a guy, I forgot his like handle, but he has all the episodes there.
Oh.
Yeah, bait out your scene, blocked. But thank you for putting it up.
Okay.
That's how you change cultures, man. Like you got to educate them when they're young, but you got to educate them to the right things.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, like I often find like there are like certain circles of people that I like, and like we harbor the same values because we brought up similarly, watching the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like you and I.
Yeah.
You know, I think educating your children is a very important thing.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Because it sets the foundation for the rest of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can't
That's all.
disagree with you on that.
Yeah. Avatar, Cowboy Bebop, Avatar, Airbender.
Yeah, that was an American though. That was good. That was
Yeah,
a
but
good-
it was like it was in the
very
anime style.
influenced by
Yeah. I have a tattoo of it. You know, like
Right.
which I thought was kind of cool because like those who know. So like as I was getting my other one, the one artist was like, "Is that a white lotus?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then my artist was like, "Oh, what?" And then she's like, "Oh, haven't you watched Avatar?" He's like, "Oh, the blue people." And I'm like, "No,
Blue
bro."
people. Ah. I didn't
Hey,
think for a second what blue
It was very
people.
funny. Yeah, no, Airbender.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, Avatar, Airbender, Avatar the Airbender, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Rurouni Kenshin, Dragon Ball Z, Baki Hanma, Street Fighter 2V. Basically, check out series.godlightmyfire.com. They're there.
Oh, okay.
All right. We're going to go now. Take it easy.
Peace.
Is there a movie coming out next week?
I don't know.
Oh, I saw Us.
And?
Not good.
Uh-oh.
Like, visually, it's amazing, but
Oh.
it couldn't hold my attention. It wasn't like... It was trying to be like good Get Out. Like, they're trying to be like super weird.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like... It was just so weird that I was like, pass.
Threw you off?
Yeah, it threw me off. But the visuals are really good. Like, he's a great art director.
Okay.
Thing for filming it that way.
Right.
Whatever. All right. Enough from us. Take it easy.
Peace.
Play video games. Bye.